Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut off all the excess, all the bad Kevlar. This Kevlar wasn't too bad on this one, but I figure I'd cut it off anyway just to give you guys a good show and, you know, let you know how it's done. Okay, so you cut it off. You're going to want to leave a little bit of excess at the edges here so you can, you know, pull it tight and everything, because the last thing you're going to want is to have your Kevlar loose, because that can be almost as bad as, you know, not having good Kevlar at all. This stuff will be trimmed up, you know, towards the end here. So once you get all the bad, icky Kevlar off, you're going to want to get all the loose strands like that. You're going to want to get all those. And once you get all that off, pull it tight. Make sure that you got good, you know, tightness there. And then you're going to want to take your upholstery needle, 30 gauge floral wire, thread it through, bend it down, give it a few twists so that it doesn't come loose there. And for as thin as this stuff is, it's actually really strong. Okay, and then you're going to want to start by going from the underneath, and you're going to want to, you're going to want to sit here and be very careful not to stick yourself. Thread it through from the bottom up through the top, like so. And you see how I got it underneath the side there? You could go down 1 layer, 2 layers, you know, 3 layers, depending on how, you know, far you want it down. I usually go down just 1 layer, so that way it's, you know, if, you know, once the top starts coming undone and everything, I can, you know, easily redo it. You pull it through till you got about 2 inches left. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make it so it's clean. So what I'll do is I'll come right here so it's on the other side of the weave, and this will work for, you know, cathedral poi. It'll work for, you know, basically any weave that you have. I've even seen this done on a monkey fist, and it turned out pretty spectacular. Oh, motorcycle. Okay. A little tough here. Trying to get it to the point to where it's just to where I need it to come through. Okay, once it's through there, you pull it through, and what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to keep it nice and clean here, so none of the wire is actually showing except for right where the top is. Okay. It's taking me a little longer than normal. Don't have the steadiest of hands. Okay, once you pull it through, you get it. Hold on to the shorter piece like this. Pull it tight, and then you're going to want to twist the 2 strands of wire so that they don't come undone. I've even seen people knot them, but you know, with 2 inches of wire being twisted around, you know, you don't really need that. But, you know, it's always a good safety measure. And the reason you want to have your poi always secure, always checked before, you know, performance, is because it's not fair to the audience or the, or yourself to be, you know, playing with, you know, dangerous equipment. You're supposed to bring the illusion of danger, not actually bring the danger. Okay, once that's done, you grab your pair of scissors, and you're going to want to bend it underneath just a little bit, because it's going to get pulled through. Okay. Hola, Andorra. Okay, then you're going to want to go through the same spot, and you're going to want to weave it up through the top. Okay, coming on about 4 minutes and 50 seconds here. I'm trying to do this as quick. Then you pull it, and it'll stay nice and tight on this side. Okay, now that spot where you twist it is gone. Okay, then you're gonna want to turn it, go through the other side, weave it down, and I'm actually gonna go all the way across, not under here, but under this side, so I'm one over. Okay, this head design is called a jagged weave. A friend of mine had made these for me, but like I said, it'll work on, you know, cathedral poi, it'll work on, you know, like I said, I've seen this done on monkey fists. It just you just have to look through and find out how your poi are weaved together, because you'll know then how it'll all fit together. Okay, got the second one done, then you pop it back through the same hole that the kevlar, or that the wire came out of. Then you pull it up. Then you go back. There you go. Down. Then you pull it back through. Get her nice and tight. I just stabbed myself with the wire. See, like I said, you got to be careful. Okay, pull it tight, and then once you sit there and get back through, I got just one more to go. Sometimes it's good to have a pliers, because every once in a while it can get a little tough pulling the needle through the kevlar. Okay, got that. Pull it nice and tight, and then down through the final one. And this one I will actually, let's see, I'll actually come through just this first and second layer. And for that is because I'm going to tie it off, and I want it to be in a location that's easy enough for me to tie it off. I'm just going to finish by weaving it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weave it back up through, sort of in a similar spot, but you know, from where it came down. But the only reason I'm doing this is to get it secure. Once it's all secure, you know, the wire for the most part will be all completely visible. You won't have to worry about, you know, burning yourself with a hot wire, because of the fact that, you know, hiding the wire is extremely important and easy to do. Okay, so once I get the wire down a little bit, I'm going to pull it through, come out through the wire. So I went down, up, okay, and then I'm going back down again, and I'm taking it through the tough little thing here. Okay, pull it nice and tight. Okay, now essentially the wire is now invisible coming out of here with one strand. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to weave it through the underneath there where I had it tightened, just to sit here and add a little more integrity to it. Like I said, with each poi head, you will find out that there's a different way to, you know, tighten the wire to keep them invisible. Okay, now what I'm going to do, take my scissors, cut, fast forward a little bit, and get this put away, and I will show you how to glue the head. Alright, now what you are left with is a head that has now been sewn with wire. Okay, I'll pull it down a little bit so you can see. I have it sewn on all the seams there. Now all you're going to have to do is trim the excess that we didn't trim before so that we could keep the head tight. Okay, once your head is clean and ready to be glued, you take your Elmer's school glue, and what I do is I will put it on the seam right here where they come together. I'll put some right here, a little bit right here. This stuff will dry clear, it will dry hard, and it will soak into the head. So after your first burn, you won't see it. Okay, then I'll use a little glue on the edges right there. A little glue right there. A little glue right here. And a little glue right here, just to keep the edges clean. Okay. Alright, and this is what a dry head looks like. See, you can't even tell that the glue was there. Okay? And that is how you fix your poi head so they won't come undone.